Hey everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today I'm going to be taking you through a little journey of some old journals that I made, and I have not opened these journals in forever and a day. I don't honestly remember the last time I looked at them, but these are some concepts that I thought we might explore together, and I'm actually kind of curious as to what I did way back when. So this looks like a Lapbook to me, so we'll take a look at that. I don't remember. Did I make this? I want to make sure I really made it. I think I did. That looks like my Sari silk. Well, we'll find out. Maybe it was gifted to me. I don't know. I don't really recognize the cover, but well, the material looks familiar. All right, we'll see. This one I'm sure I made, and then this one is a tall, long journal. It's 13 inches tall, and this was made out of a placemat. Let me back this up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And it was just the placemat. I cut off the ends of the placemat and I made pockets. I sewed them in here to the front and the back covers. Looks like I stuck some interesting papers in here just for fun. And anyway, these make little extra pockets, which is nice. So you can use leftover pieces of whatever you have. Don't even remember what this originally looked like, but I'm pretty sure it was a placemat. And then I didn't have pages that were big enough to fit them. So I made, I guess, Franken pages where I took scrap paper that I had and I used washi tape, probably ran it across a glue stick, and made pages to extend to the size that I needed. So that was a fun way. Just even gluing together book pages, different book pages, unrelated book pages, more washi tape, magazine, field guides, strips of paper that I had cut, like the ends of paper when you're cutting paper to size, lots of little strips, little scraps. So just a fun way where you can build your paper to the size that you need. And I have people ask this question all the time. What if I have a book cover or something? I don't have pages big enough for the book cover. You can build pages. You can Franken page your pages together. Some people sew them together. Some people glue them together. But it can be done with glue stick, Fabrifix, washi tape, and a little imagination. So here's an example of what that looks like. Looks like I need a little more glue here. Imagine that. Because sometimes washi tape doesn't stick that well. It's a light tack tape, kind of like masking tape. So you might have to add a little reinforcement by running it across a glue stick. Here's just some collaging. Little stickers were great ways to hold down pieces that were peeling up. I remember doing that. Yeah, so just kind of a fun concept. I wanted you to be able to take a look at that and just give you an idea. And I didn't put a lot of pages in here. It probably took me a while to make those pages, so that's why it's a relatively thin journal, but I could definitely put a lot more in there. But this lives in my coffee table trunk with my experimental journals, like things that I learned along the way. Let's look at this. Let's see if I even made this. That does look vaguely familiar. All right, so I'm taking out the Sari silk, which looks very familiar. This material looks familiar. This book does look familiar. Okay, so yeah, no, this is all looking familiar. This is my material. I know I had a bunch of that. So this was using, looks like several book covers. This opens up. Oh, look, I went all fancy town here. And then this also opens up. Yep, that looks like all stuff that I've made. That looks like my stuff. Okay, you know, this was a long time ago, this one. Oh my gosh. So let's take a look and see what this actually was. There's what I'm going to call a removable signature in the middle. So you could take this out and replace it. It looks like there's two. And so that was the spine. It held two signatures, probably could hold a little bit more. But, you know, I was new in my game. I was new at this. I put a little pocket here. It has something in here. It's like a little flower or something. Probably glued it in place because that's what I did back then. Okay, nope. It's just a little brilliant. It was brilliant, fam. A little card. And that's some Edith Holden paper there. Some old, like deposit, you know, papers. A little decorated pocket here. And there's a pocket back here. And this has a little notebook in it. It's fun to make little random notebooks. This one has some quotes in it about birds and nature, mud pies. Just fun little things to explore. More papers. Fairies exist. And it has a little gourd pin with a little dangly do. And that's an easy thing that you can add to any little thing. This was just put right through the material that I used as the edging here. Just little fun things you can add. Added the little word. Oh, let me go a little closer for you. It's kind of far away, I know. Notes here, thoughts. So these open up apparently, and I put a pocket here. And there's, what's this? This is just a little odd. It could be a pocket. I could glue it somewhere. It has multiple pieces of cheesecloth, fabric, lace, and a little fringearoo. And apparently I put there's a set of tickets here. This is okay. A paper clip with tickets. And that goes in there. And then here's another pocket. Now, this is an envelope that I sewed around with a fancy stitch when I used to actually use my fancy stitches. But there's one of my fancy stitches. I think I used it once and never again. Look at me go. And here's a Victorian scrap I glued on there. Then I inked this. I can see what I did. Oh, I was really fancy. Oh, I put, what is that? Huh. I hear something outside. It sounds like a machine or something. I don't know what it is. It's like, huh. Maybe it's my neighbor watering the grass or something. Here's a magnet, which apparently used to be glued onto this part right here, but it came off. The great glue that I used didn't hold, so I don't know what it was. Was it Fabrifix? I don't know. It was so long ago. It could have been anything. It could have been Tombow or something else. I mean, usually Fabrifix holds, but this was metal. Was I asking too much? Fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, paper to paper, but I don't normally say metal, but it will hold lightweight metal. Oh, look, my glue leaked. Boy, did you ever leak. Look at you. Gosh, I hope that's not my house or something. What is that weird noise? Let me look. I'm going to peek out my window. Oh, it's my neighbor. He's blowing leaves off his driveway. Sorry, Alan. They're from my tree. So I'm sure he's not very happy right now, but I'm sure he'll forgive me because I'm a good neighbor, right, Alan? Right. Okay, so I could put a little dollop of glue down here. I'll never get the glue out now. You're probably going to be all sealed on me, aren't you? Oh, we're not even going to fuss with you. The heck with you. That's right. We had switched to this. Gone back to the original bottle. Apparently, it's the only thing I can get glue out of. Stop that there and put that there. And one day that will adhere. I have faith. Okay. So, is there something behind it? Oh, did I make a back pocket? I think I did. It's actually a back pocket back here. I don't think there's anything in it, but that is also another pocket. Another little, just a piece. This was an index card sewn with a little tuck made out of a scrap and a piece of Edith Holden paper, and just goofily sewn. Does this come up? No, that's stuck down there. It's a little faux envelope. Here is a little journal card with a leaf rubber stamp, backed with some book page. Very cute. Another cute little fabric scrap pocket made here, and this is I think that was a postcard back there. I don't think, oh, is it a pocket? Well, it is a pocket now because I've now freed it from its base. This was actually some type of Christmas scrap paper back there. I'll glue this back down since I'm here and I'll never remember, so I'll just put a bunch of glue back there. We'll just call it a day. Yeah, I probably see, that's when you find out you used inferior glue, when you go back in your old stuff and then you find it didn't stick. You know what I mean? And so that's when I started to see the value in hanging on to some old journals, because I could see where the glue didn't stick. Yes. Okay. So now here's a little flapperoo. That's kind of a cool little thing. I don't know exactly even how I made that, but it's kind of cool. So it has layers. I must have done some folding using a like a scoring board or something. I was very fancy back in the day. Covered with book pages, different kinds of things. Some geophysics stuff. Here's some dictionary page, which I think always looks cool. Here's some newspaper. That looks pretty cool. Oh, this is fancy stitching alert. Fancy stitching alert. I know. I apparently did it back then. went around this. It was an old ledger piece, probably on some cardstock or something. And here's a nice little booklet, just rubber stamp, just probably book page, front or back book pages, and just a few little extra papers inside to write a little note on. Isn't that cute? That's so cute. More Christmas paper and a little thing from a field guide. And here's these beautiful coffee dyed pages of these two signatures that are in the center of this monstrosity. Who are we kidding here? Remember when, I don't know if you remember this, but if you were here back in the day when it was so cool, we thought, I have a feeling I must have been trying something Nick the Booksmith was doing. This looks very Nick the Booksmith to me, so I was probably practicing how to do that. She was making these cool little tucks. These are little journal cards. Explore. And I was cutting things out of anything. I mean, just a little piece of scrap with a bling on it, covering the staple, and then putting a word there to cover the staple. And that's that. I don't know why I felt the need to cover the staples back then. I kind of like the staples now, but back then I was covering them. Journal. So some words back there, just a cute little design. A little quote here. This looks like a flip up with a little mini notebook in it. Very cute design. I like that. Very neat. That looks very Nick the Booksmith to me. I'm sure this was probably very early on. I was making something, but following her instructions. So I'm sure if you don't know Nick, check her out. She's amazing. I think this is permanently stuck in here. Are you permanently stuck in there? You seem to be permanently stuck in there. Well, okay, I'm not going to remove you. Maybe it was just a layer design. We can pretend. Things got stuck, but when I didn't realize you shouldn't stick things in right away. You should go back and more fancy stitching. Very impressed with myself back then. These are hard to find now, the old signature cards from library books. It's a bridge paper, and this was an alteration card, and I just sewed around it and made it into a pocket. Little corner tuck there. Very cool, pretty paper. And what do we have here? We have something that can be undone. This was like way beyond me back in the day. I haven't done one of these in ages. See, go back and you remember these things that you haven't done in forever in a day. Cool little picture of cats like that. I think it says, what's it say? Toots and Tom. That's cute. So this is a little envelope. Oh, it's like a little accordion. Look how cute. Look how cutie cute. And of course I put a little number there. There's a current buttermilk scone recipe. Oh, yum. Here's a bird picture, an old illustration of a bird. Just fun finds back here. Did I put anything in the back? Was that? Yep, something back there. A cool little writing paper. Live each day with grace and authenticity. So very fun. Fun and forgotten ideas. How about that? Maybe that's what I'll call this video. Fun yet forgotten. Fun and forgotten ideas. So it's good to recall the old and bring it back into the new, maybe altering it or changing it or taking it to a new level. And that was the end of that. So it looks like I used 3 books here to make this. This in the middle. There we go. Yep, I made it. Okay, it was very interesting. And lap books take a long time to make. They're more labor intensive. They're beautiful. They're kind of cool. They are like ever expanding books and secret passageways and hidden places. I don't know why I used this color on here. It doesn't really make sense, but it's there now. So I'll remember it in all its glory. Now let's go on to the 3rd book. Now this book has an interesting, oh, I'm a little close for it, aren't I? Okay, spine journal. This is different colored embroidery threads. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Here is some Sari silk. S-A-R-I. Sari is torn, literally torn into ribbons. Saris, repurposed, and you can buy the ribbons. You can buy them on eBay or Etsy or Amazon or, you know, anywhere you like. Here is a spine dangle. Oh, look, here's like a button cluster. Looks like I made one of those back then. It got tied up a little bit in the Sari silk here, but you know, that's the way it goes when it gets knocked around into the joy of the coffee table trunk. But it still dangles. Okay, there we go. Now we're dangling. Now we're dangling with the best of them. It looks like there's some jewelry on here. Another dangle. Some extra dangle doodads up there. And this little thing. But this was designed on a bulldog clip. So it's removable. So if a person wants to keep it on there, or they want to remove it for easy viewing purposes. I got this in some old broken jewelry I bought from eBay, and I thought it made a pretty front cover. Oh, God, I haven't been in here in ages. A lot of fun little things tucked in here. Let's just go through here. Little secret things. Oh, this is cute. It's an old, it almost looks like Edith Holden stuff. Is it? Castle Brothers, London. Maybe not, but definitely the same style. I love those old, these are authentic Victorian scraps. You can buy those online. That's a pocket. Believe it or not, that's a pocket. I didn't fill every pocket back then. I know. There were quieter times. Little collaged journal cards. Love those. Love to use old music paper and just whatever papers I had. I love parchment paper or tracing paper, and you can soak it or douse it or spritz it with coffee, and you can bake them dry and they become extra crispy, which is kind of cool. Crinkly sound. Lots of coffee dyed papers. And here's a little card. And so this is like a blank journal. Here's some writing paper. Another Victorian scrap. Another one of those. Oh, this was an envelope that I made out of a piece of paper and just turned it into a double pocket to hold fun things in there. That's kind of nice. So these were apparently in this pocket. This was fun. I just took a bunch of pretty scrapbook paper, sewed around it with some pretty thread, and I may have even used some stickles or something. I'm not sure on that, but that's a pretty one. And just clipped on some things, extra papers. You can never have too much writing paper. Pretty, just sway sewing. It was pretty thread. Here's these cards, these cooking cards. I love these. They're so nostalgic. A lot of people remember those from back in the day. Here's some pretty pink stationery. Here's an old Victorian trade card. Blake's Great Piano Palace. So they would make these so that people would collect them. And that was the way advertising was done way back when. That's not Sunshine, no, I hear. Next door, it must be, oh, yep. Sunshine is now hearing Ronnie next door, the little dog of next door, barking. And Sunshine is hurling himself towards the front door, which you can't really see through, but he's hoping to see what Ronnie is doing. Here's a little bag. I had a bunch of these bags. I should get some more bags. I'm out of those. Cute little, these are fun little, what is that? Oh, I took paper clips and put beads on them with little ribbons and a little strip of fabric, and then I turned those into page tabs. Oh, what an awesome idea, Pam. I don't know if I got it from somebody else or I just came up with it, but I think it's a great idea. It's really cool, actually. Forgot about that idea. Very fun. Very fun. These are cool. If you ever come across these little buttons and things, you can tuck them into pockets and junk journals. They make cute little additions. More paper and stuff like that. Upside down pockets, totally allowed in a junk journal. Here's another center. So I must have done one of these for each center of the signature and then just tucked some fun things in here. So just an index card, like divider. Oh, and this was an old stamp. Par Avion. More stamps. Must have been playing with stamps at that time. Getting enamored with stamps. Had to have every stamp known to mankind, I'm sure. More Victorian trade cards in a pocket. Tucked in. Very easy to make this kind of a tuck. Just folded the paper, sewed it here, and it's a little tighter that way. Boots, shoes, and rubbers. Okay, they mean boots. Okay, just saying. We used to call them rubbers. Yep, back in Canada. Yep. Here's some more. I just took 2 pages and sewed them together and made a pocket. And that's kind of a cool, another little clip there. What's this? Oh, another Victorian trade card. More papers. A little bag clipped in there with a few fun things. A flower postcard. More sewing. Very interesting. Forgot about all these. Forgot. Okay, here's another center. Yeah. Here's an decorated paperclip. Collaged. Here's an old picture of a dog. Kind of cool. Tucked it into this. This is a new reproduction botanical. Holding that. And there's just some decoration. The little sewing book. Page from the little sewing book. Kind of cool. Some coffee dyed index paper. That always looks cool. And there's another one of those pockets. And more papers. Just different interesting feels and types. As you go through, you can put as many types of paper as you can find, or you can create things from the papers. Here's kind of a cool thing. I put a little pull tab on it so you could see it was something to be pulled out of there. Yeah. So more, it's like more of the same stuff. More Victorian calling cards, pockets, little bag again. So I was just looking at the styles that I did back then. So it looks like I did a lot of repeating. I was just learning, just getting my feet wet. And there's nothing wrong. You can repeat. It's totally fine. Double pocket here. Praying mantis. That's cool. Oh yeah. Here's looking at you. Yeah. Okay. In you go. And more buttons. Okay. You can never have too many buttons. Oh, that's a pretty Victorian card. Cinderella. See the story on the other side. Nope. No story. Is it under here? Oh, the story is there. Look at that. But this would probably... Oh, there's story under there. So this must have been the page of the scrapbook. I'm not going to take it all off, but fine picture, free. Interesting. So yeah, they put their advertisements there. Here's some stationery, writing paper. Oh, hand drawing. Look at that fancy one. Boy, that was something. Maybe just learning how to draw then. And then here's the back with some fun things stuck on the very back. I can pick this up. I don't know if it's stuck down or I can't do it. It's probably me. Oh yeah, it's just me. And again, it's just me. Okay. And just a little pocket like that. So that is this guy. Very cool. I hope you liked seeing these. Let me see if I can find Mr. Flufferpants. Are you anywhere to be found, Mr. Flufferpants? Oh, I see you. You are on... Come here. Where are you going? Hey, you want to do a pup date? Yeah, it's pup date time. Pup date time for Sunshine. I know, he's very excited. Yes, he really is so excited. He can't wait to come on. Let's back over to the camera. I know we have our mic on. We hope our mic is working well today because I want to see what you have to say. All right, let's move the book over. Hello, everybody. Sunshine. Sunshine. Oh, it's a little bright, Mom. Okay, better. All right, let me get myself comfortable. Oh, no. Well, we're not comfortable. Okay, we're going to try that again. We're coming in. It's okay. It's all right. All right, we got the head kiss. Hello, everybody. It's Sunshine. I have now collected myself, and I am just fine. In case you were worried, there was no need to worry. Everything is just fine. Okay, so Ronnie was barking next door, and I had to investigate. So I ran with lightning legs over to the front door, and I barked at it like I do. And then I did not hear Ronnie again. So I think I handled that issue. Nobody needs to be concerned. Ronnie is taking a break again. He's settled down. Sunshine is well. Everybody at the paper outpost is fine. And we can all return to our peaceful state. Yes. Now we can go continue crafting. Love you all. Happy crafting. All right. Sunshine out. Oh, you're so official. You're so official. So there you go, folks. Sometimes it's time to go down memory lane and have a little investigation to see what on earth we made back in the day. I'm just going to clip this on here. I know it goes on the side, but there. And then there's this guy, which was just for fun. Just trying different things out. So don't be afraid to break out of your crazy imagination, go for it and have some fun. I do have a free monthly email newsletter. You get a free digital image emailed to you every month, a checklist of supplies, a note from the bookmaker which explains what a junk journal is and how to use it, and a page list of ideas on how to break a blank page. You also get junk journal tips and updates from me. So you can sign up for that down below, or go to this master link, which will take you to all my links for my newsletter, Etsy shop, Amazon shop, merchandise shop, all my social media links. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 7 a.m. Eastern time. My podcasts come out Tuesdays. That looks weird. Oh, okay. My podcasts come out. That's weird. Isn't that weird? It's weird. Okay. My podcast. Let me do this. That's better. My podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. New audio material, video podcasts going up every day of the week on Spotify. I have an Etsy shop where you can find journals and bundles and kits and FUNDLEs. FUNDLEs are collections of old and interesting papers. If you'd like one of those, 100 plus pieces, antique ledger, checks, receipts, postcards, black and white photos, T-cards, vintage and antique book pages, music papers, dictionary pages, you name it, all sorts of interesting things to use in your junk journal. Free priority mail shipping with that. I also sell printable images called Digikits. They come in pages of 5. They come in 5 pages. And if you don't like to print them out, there's all sorts of different themes: birds, Victorian, dragonfly, all sorts of stuff. If you don't want to print them out, I'll print them for you in batches of 10 Digikits. That gives you 50 printed pages on nice lightweight cardstock. And just buy the print and mail option only, and then send me through Etsy message the list of your 10 Digikit names. I only need the first 2 or 3 words to know which ones you're talking about. And you are golden. There's also free priority mail shipping with that purchase. And I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies. I do try and put links in there to those. And also, I have a merchandise shop if you're looking for, if you like the phrase "create with reckless abandon," you can get that on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, zipped hoodie, mug tote, or water bottle. Also, the phrase "everything is a craft supply until proven otherwise." And you can find me on all the social media platforms such as Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun doing weekly, monthly challenges over there, as well as seeing what you guys make from these videos. And remember, most of all, that fun can be simple, and create with reckless abandon, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.